Chiefly, what do you want to do tonight?
The same thing we do every night, Pinky. Try to take over the world.
Having money on my mind, I having money in my pocket. Bone marrow roasted, spread it on the rosemary bread, lightly toasted, drizzle with the vinaigrette.
What's up YouTube, it's your boy Kakashi Crypto. So there's going to be two videos today. This is the second video. This is an important warning for all crypto investors, so you need to watch this as much as possible. Basically, before and after elections, they tend to have a big effect on the cryptocurrency and also stock markets in terms of the price action. As you can see here, 6 months prior, the stock markets tend to do quite well. 3 months prior, they do okay, but then they start to go down a bit, and then 1 month prior you can see the returns are getting lower and lower. This is just on average. Then you can see 1 day before, where I think the election is today, so yesterday the markets went down a bit. Basically what I'm getting at is between 1 day before and up to a week after the election, there tends to be mass volatility to the downside of the markets, and that means that you should have more fiat currency than you should have invested in the markets. That way you're able to capitalize on the volatility of the markets, and you can buy the dips, as we always talk about on our channel. But then you can see after the election has been announced that after 1 year you can see that the markets are up on average 2%. After 6 months it's around 3%, let's say, and then after 1 year it's around 6%. Now obviously Trump has said, I'm not going to get into politics, but I'm just stating a fact. But obviously you've seen a lot of stuff in the news, and Trump's been very vague about whether there's going to be a peaceful transfer of power, so you just need to bear that in mind. But what I'm saying is just have a good cash position on the side, that way you're able to capitalize off of any eventual dips, which I think are yet to come. And this is also a two-part video, so we'll be talking about Zilliqa, Digibyte, and also just Bitcoin in general. But yeah, just to give you a historic view of what the markets have done in the election years. This goes back all the way to 1928. You can see here, obviously the markets were a lot simpler in these times, and we saw a lot less downward pressure. Obviously this was around the war, so this would make sense. Similar here, but generally during the early 90s to mid 90s, I should say, there was upward price growth, and then we started to see more downward movement in the 2000s. So you can see in 2000 here, this is after the dot-com crash, bear in mind, and then also after the 2008 crash. So do bear that in mind. Obviously the corona excuse me guys, the corona market dump will also have to be incorporated into this. So this, I do believe, would be a negative year. So yeah, it's just interesting to see how the markets have performed in election years. Obviously the corona event was a black swan event, and it's not going to be a typical election event. No matter, I'm not going into conspiracy theories, not that I'm not going into conspiracy theories. Anyway, looking at the charts, sorry if this is a bit messy, but I've been looking at different ways to view the markets. Basically now I look at Heikin-Ashi candles. So if you guys are interested, this candle here, they differ from ordinary candles because they give you basically the momentum of the trend. Basically you can see this is bullish momentum here. If we go to the normal candle, then it's sort of a bit more if we can drag it across yeah, it's a bit more choppy, as you can see. I just prefer it in terms of trading, which is something I've been trying to get into, and that I'm going to keep you guys updated on as well. Anyway, we'll be talking about Zilliqa. Let's look at the weekly. This gives us the best time frame. Okay, so in terms of the weekly, guys, with these indicators that I'm currently using, when the red line here, this is the 55 EMA, when it is at the top, it means that we are in a bearish sentiment, as you can see, all the way from 2019 all the way up until starting from June to where we currently are now. This is where the bullish sentiment started, and obviously this is on the weekly, so this has a higher meaning because obviously these are more powerful moves. Obviously if you were able to get in here, then you would have seen nice price appreciation. But going forward, if this is to continue, if this red line is to stay at the bottom, then it means we'll continue our bullish trend. Obviously, we will have short-term pullbacks, having areas of support, which we do continue to test, but ultimately long-term, we're going into a bull run, and I do believe that will be, very, very good for the price. So I just wanted to let you guys know that alt season is around the corner, according to this piece of data that I've seen on Twitter, and it basically gives you a breakdown of how the markets have worked after the Bitcoin halving when it hits the all-time high. In 2017, you can see that basically we hit the all-time high and then the markets went ballistic. This is for all different currencies, okay? This is for all different exchanges as well. So on top we have the Bitcoin price, and then below that we have several different other cryptocurrencies such as Ethereum, Neo, Dash, Monero, Litecoin, and EOS. You guys know that I've been an advocate of Monero, and that I said it has its own price trajectory, especially in the bull markets. But in general, this will apply to most altcoins as well. So if you load up now, then ultimately you will see better returns. But you do need to bear in mind that obviously altcoins are more volatile. So like I said, with the upcoming election, if you can wait until the dip that we're going to see, then you can load your bags even more, and then obviously wait until Bitcoin reaches its all-time high, which I do believe will happen in Q1 2021. There is a Bitcoin price prediction on Trading View that I have shown you guys, and I will go over that in the next couple of weeks or so. But yeah, you can see where we currently are now, and we're just about to reach the all-time high. Like I said, Q1 2021. After that time, all these alts will go ballistic, and that is where you will make your money, guys. So I was going to make a video on Band Protocol, Link, and also there was another coin. The name eludes me at this moment, but I will sort of make an update video on all these altcoins that you can buy. But anyway, back to Zilliqa. So Zilliqa at the moment, on the daily, it's looking quite bearish. You can see here that the 55 EMA is at the top now, and we have started to put in lower lows and also lower highs. Obviously on the weekly it's still very, very bullish, so this is a trend within a trend. Excuse me, guys. But yeah, since it is quite sort of bearish short term, this is why I say just wait for the upcoming week or so. Obviously we saw with this data here that obviously up until 1 week to a month after the election, the markets were still sort of bearish, so we could sort of expect to see maybe price trajectory as follows. We could expect to see price trajectory as follows, coming to test down maybe this level here, and then hopefully we start to set newer highs. So that's Zilliqa, guys. Just you can see here a swarm of red, okay? Don't panic sell or anything like that. Looking at Digibyte, I'm sure it's a similar thing for Digibyte. Looking at the weekly, just to give us the macro trend. So for Digibyte at the moment, it's a bit too early to determine. Well, yeah, it is looking a bit bearish for Digibyte on the weekly. Obviously we have had our pumps, whatnot. We had one during summer. Well, we had two during summer, one here. Now we are having our retracement, and we are finding resistance at these current levels here of around 1.9 cent basically. Looking at the daily, it's also quite bearish as well. You can see here we've wicked several times, like 6 times or so at this, let's just call it the 1.9 cent level. And ultimately, with these trend lines starting to expand, it could mean that we start to see more downwards pressure, coupled with the fact that the MACD is also still in the bearish territory. However, the histogram bars are starting to lighten up, so this could mean that we found resistance here, and that we will get bought up as we did here. But like I said, with the election, the markets are quite unpredictable, so it's really hard to say. Like I keep on saying, guys, just keep some cash on the side and don't FOMO into anything. So that's Digibyte. Just thought I'd keep you guys updated. Last coin that we'll be talking about for today is Bitcoin. So Bitcoin on the daily is looking quite bullish. Obviously it's having its retracement to where we are now, 13.5. We did see a high of around 14,000, which is crazy. Just for some perspective, this is where I got in around Bitcoin. I got in around, I don't know, here or so. On the 30th, it was around the 30th of April. So I got in around here. Yeah, in around 6 months, this coin has basically pumped 50%. So it's nice to see. Obviously, I didn't have all of my funds in. I sort of dollar cost averaged my way, but most of the prices I bought at were around this level here. So that is it's nice to see. And obviously, this trend will continue. So don't feel like you've missed the boat. I feel like we are similar to where we were here, where we're riding this trend, and then we're going to see a bit of a crash, and then obviously we'll start to see more price appreciation. So don't FOMO in, guys. Obviously fractals, they're not exactly how things will play out, but it's just more so. It's more so for an estimate of how we think the markets will sort of play out. So we can sort of see, continue to trend sideways. Obviously, like I said, with the election, 1 week to 1 month afterwards, we start to see a dump. So this dump could happen, maybe not there, but maybe the dump could happen within this region, or even, yeah, just within this plotted region here is when I expect to see the dump, which is already starting to happen now. Yeah, just hold steady, guys. That's my advice. I'll try to give you guys an update on how my trading's going when I make more trades. Obviously now markets are a bit indecisive, so I'm just gonna wait on the side. But yeah, if you found any value in this video, make sure you smash the like button, hit subscribe if you're new, and I'm out. Peace.